Until we have to die just for the privilege of being alive? Huh? Like, we never asked to be born, but now we're obligated to do labor until we die. Huh?
This girl doesn't understand what a privilege it is to be alive and how lucky you are that you are here. Because the chances of you actually being here are so minute that I'm pretty sure you have a chance of winning multiple big lotteries than actually coming back here again. But what she doesn't understand is, no, you're not obligated to do any labor. But that doesn't mean you're entitled to anyone else's labor. Because that phone and car you're sitting in costs someone time and money. And if you don't want to work, that's fine. Go be homeless and panhandle. But what you're not going to do is come on here and demand someone else's labor because you don't want to work. Because this is how it's always worked. We've always traded our time and labor for someone else's time and labor.
We have to work somewhere just to afford a house that we're never at because we're working to afford the house? Huh? Is the meaning of life to work and pay taxes and then die?
This woman doesn't know how lucky she is to even be thinking about the meaning of life. Because most of human history, we were just working to survive. And most of us just worked until we're dead. And now she's in a time where most of us can just work 8-10 hours and have livable money and some time left over. And more importantly, you live at a time where you have everything at your fingertips. You can work multiple jobs, start a side hustle. It's never been easier to pick up something new. And anything that can make your life better is usually online. Just people don't want to do the work.
On top of that, we also have to work to afford our vehicle to get to work in other places and afford gas just to get to work. And we also have to pay taxes for our roads to drive on to get to work.
I'm starting to think this girl just thinks the world revolves around her when she's saying stuff like, why is my car so expensive? Why aren't the roads paid for me? This woman's just so self-centered that she doesn't realize that she's a service just like the car and the roads that she uses. And I don't know, maybe we have to stop being so soft with these girls. Maybe they'll realize that everything has a cost.
With the privilege of food, which we should just be able to have, pretty much just work and die. Let's not forget about life insurance just in case we almost die.
For food we should just have. What kind of communist stuff is that? You didn't maintain it, you didn't package it, you didn't do nothing. And that's all I keep hearing from this girl. Just free this, free that. No, nothing's free. And if that's what you want, there's a few countries you can go to where you have that. But you definitely won't be living the way you think you will. Because all of us right now live off the back of other people's labor.
Is the meaning of life to work and pay taxes and then die? On top of that, we also have to work to afford our vehicle to get to work in other places and afford gas just to get to work. And we also have to pay taxes for our roads to drive on to get to work. With the privilege of food, which we should just be able to have, pretty much just work and die. Let's not forget about life insurance just in case we almost die. And then we have to work for our children to go to school to learn how to work, so our children know how to work for their children so that their children can go to school and go to work. Like, somebody tell me that this is fair. Like, is it lazy to just want to enjoy life? Like, why do we have to work? Why? I'm stressed.
That's really easy to answer. You have to work to live. Otherwise, you have nothing, and then you die. And that's the way it's always been. And unless you get some family member that gets lucky or works hard, or God forbid, do it yourself, you'll be working a lot. So yeah, stop being lazy and get out there and work. Otherwise, take all that metal out of your face, get those tattoos removed, and go find yourself some man that will do all that work that you don't want to do. Because that's the only free labor you're entitled to. And even then, you're still probably not meeting that deal.